Welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you are here. My name is Nikki, and I use my clairaudient and channeling abilities to help people find the magic within. If you're new here, welcome. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos every week. Today, I will be channeling messages from the infamous book, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark by Alvin Schwartz. Now, this edition actually has all three of his books in it. I got the hardcover at Barnes & Noble a couple years ago, and I absolutely love this edition. Now, when I was in elementary school, I used to check these books out all the time from the library, and I would reread the stories over and over again. And when you're a kid, some of the stories in here are actually quite scary. And the artwork by Stephen Gamble is absolutely amazing. Like, if you just see, the artwork is creepy in itself. So I thought it would be cool, since we're in October now, to channel some messages from some scary stories. So in the next part of the video, you will see 3 different piles. Each pile corresponds to a different story within the book here. And I will put the timestamps in the description box down below for your reference. Also remember, if any part of a message does not resonate, just know that message is not for you. Don't try to force something that does not fit. Only take what resonates and leave what does not. So, I am so excited. Let's jump into these spooky story readings. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. The story that you chose for your channeled message is The Hook. So let's take a moment to appreciate the artwork that goes with your story here. I just find the artwork so fascinating. So this tale follows a young guy and a young woman who go on a date to the movies. After the movies, the young boy asks the girl if she wants to go up to the top of the hills and look at the city together. She says yes. So they get to the top of the hill and they turn the radio on, and there is a news story that is broadcasting that a convicted felon has escaped from prison and is extremely dangerous, and that you can tell who it is because he has a hook for a hand. This scares the young girl, so she asks her boyfriend to take her home. Even though he's annoyed about the situation, he does what she wants, takes her home, and when they get home, she asks him if he wants to come inside for some hot cocoa. He goes, "No, I have to get going." But being the gentleman, he gets out to go open her car door, but he finds that there is a hook on the door handle. So they just barely escaped the serial killer that was meandering in that area that night. So I have your pile right here, number 1. Let's see what your messages are and how they correspond to the hook. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. Happiness is my birthright. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Tarantula. Golden egg. Cheetah. Dragon. Okay, pile number one. So, what I'm being drawn to first and foremost from your reading here is the card Obstacles are detours in the right direction. So, in the story, The Hook, the young girl has an intuition that she wants to go home. And she tells her boyfriend, hey, take me home. And he listens to her. Even though he was annoyed by the situation, he still took her home. It was an obstacle that showed up in that circumstance, but because he chose to listen to his girlfriend and she chose to listen to her intuition, it got them out of a very dangerous situation. So, Spirit is showing me that there is some type of obstacle that you might be feeling annoyed with at this time, but that is actually leading you in the right direction. So, I'm hearing to bless the obstacle because that is blocking a direction that is not meant for you. It is meant to get you to shift in another direction. So if you have been experiencing a setback, a disappointment, you're annoyed, feeling frustrated with something in your life right now, the obstacle is a blessing in disguise and it is shifting you in the right direction. So listen to your intuition because I'm being drawn to the golden egg here. This card is all about intuition and going within. In the story, the young girl, she had a feeling that something was not quite right. And it was a golden nugget of wisdom within herself that she chose to listen to. And her boyfriend listened to it as well. You have a lot of golden wisdom inside yourself. Your intuition, I'm hearing, is very on point. So listen to it because it will guide you where you need to go. If something does not feel right, if the energy is off, pay attention to that because that is an indication of where you need to put your focus in another direction at this time. But they're showing me that you have a lot of golden wisdom inside you, and it's important to keep tapping into that because it won't steer you wrong. So you have a very, very strong intuition, and I'm actually being shown how you've gotten yourself out of sticky situations in the past because you did choose to listen to your intuition. And I'm also hearing pay attention to red flags because your intuition is honing in on those red flags to help you see the truth about certain people, certain energy, certain dynamics playing in your life at this time. With this card, I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. And there are 3 different moons on here. There's a full moon, a half moon, and then a crescent moon on here. So I am hearing dark night of the soul for some of you. And this, I'm being shown that there was some type of a survival story here. Something that is being triggered in your present moment right now. Something where your intuition in the past got you out of a sticky situation. For some of you, this is a message for some of you. And it's bringing up fears in your present moment right now. But I'm hearing survival story. There's a survival story here. And Spirit wants you to know that it's okay to let this go. This situation that happened, this is a story that you are meant to share in some format. Like I'm hearing in a creative format, writing a song about it, writing a story about it, writing a or painting a photo about it, something creative here, using this personal experience in your creativity. But right now it feels uncomfortable because the fear is coming up. Those creative outlets will help you grow more from it. But the most important message here on the card is I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amidst the discomfort. So, Spirit wants you to know the discomfort that you are feeling, the past that is coming into the present right now. It's coming up so that you can heal it and let it go once and for all. This is a situation that has caused a lot of fear within you, and it is somehow reminiscent of the story in the book here, The Hook, because it was all about listening to intuition. And I'm being drawn to the cheetah card here. The cheetah can run very, very fast. So I'm seeing that a lot of you have escaped this situation from running. And also, this is also a metaphor for running from the past and it catching up to you and finally having to face it in your present moment now. This Spirit is saying it's safe to stop running. It's safe to let this go. You were divinely guided and protected, and there is no need to run from this anymore. Fear is an illusion, and the more that you tap into this, let it out, feel the emotions that you need, the discomfort that you feel is where you are going to experience so much growth. And you're going to show yourself that there is nothing to be afraid of any longer. So I want to place my hand on this discomfort card and the cheetah card, and I want to see what else Spirit wants you to know with these two cards. Thank you, Spirit. What else do you want pile number 1 to know? I'm hearing the word track. So perhaps some of you actually are runners. Like I'm being shown someone who runs around a track, which is epitomizes the cheetah who runs very fast as well. And your running, I'm being shown, helped you in the situation from the past where it's either metaphorically running away or you're a fast runner in general. And also in terms of track, you're getting yourself back on the right track right now by being willing to look at this discomfort, allow yourself to feel whatever it is you need to feel, to heal from it, and experience that personal growth that is just going to transcend and elevate you to a whole different level, a higher level. What else, Spirit? Thank you. They're showing me that someone crossed a line. Like I'm being shown like a line drawn on the ground in the dirt or sand of some sort, and then someone stepping over it. Somebody crossed a line. So definitely learning to set healthy boundaries with people for some of you. Learning to set those healthy boundaries. You're learning how to do that right now. And this situation that has come into your present moment right now is teaching you about healthy boundaries in a safe way. Even though it feels uncomfortable, it's teaching you healthy boundaries and standing up for yourself. What else, Spirit? Thank you. I'm hearing darkness. Perhaps the situation from the past caused you to have a fear of the dark. But Spirit wants you to know that even though there's this fear of the darkness, you've always been this golden egg that has shined in the dark. Like, I'm being shown someone in a dark closet, but like the light bulb is being emphasized, and it's just like, you are the light in the darkness. And that's what helped you overcome this. Like, I'm being shown that whatever happened in the past, even though you were afraid, there was still this sense within you that you knew everything was going to be okay, is what I'm being shown. And that mindset helped you push through the situation to get to where it is you are today. So very, very cool. Because with this card here, happiness is my birthright, Spirit is saying that you are meant to be happy. And happiness is a choice. But I'm hearing soul contract. You have a soul contract here to be happy, okay? Soul contracts to be happy. It's your birthright. That means it is encoded in your DNA. And anything that did not cause happiness in the past is allowing you to use that as fuel in the present moment right now to just bust through all of those blocks and to harness that happiness, harness that joy, harness that passion within you. And Spirit is showing me that on a subconscious level, you've actually always known this. You've always known that you're here for more. Happiness is your birthright. So I'm going to place my hand on this card and see what else Spirit wants to tell you with happiness is your birthright. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Yeah, so they want they want me to show you the top of my shirt here that says legend. They want you to know that whatever it is you are here to do, it's going to be legendary. You are going to create a lasting legend in the world. You are a legend already in this present moment right now. So with whatever it is you're here to create, it's going to be legendary. And happiness is your birthright. Next we have, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So yeah, that's what they were showing me with the scenario of someone in a closet with the light bulb, showing that your inner light, the light bulb was a metaphor for your inner light. And because you have focused on your inner light in all of those dark situations, it allowed you to view the world through a lens of love, and will continue to help you do that as you move forward on your journey. It hasn't always been easy because I am being shown that the situations in the past, some of these were very dark and bleak and very traumatizing, but because of your inner light, that really fueled you to keep moving forward and to be the strong light that you are. Your inner light has actually shown in the world in a very powerful way, more than you know. So continuing to focus on your inner light will help you to continue to see the world through a lens of love. And love always casts out any fear. Fear is actually an illusion. It is a valid emotion that we have, but the more that we move through it, we learn that there is really nothing to be afraid of. Then we have these last two cards here, the dragon and the tarantula. Let's take a gander at the dragon here. So with the eye, what I'm hearing is stalking. So I feel like some of you actually did survive a stalker, someone who was obsessed and just always kept an eye on you, was very controlling, and that has kind of created some fears in this present moment right now, which that would be expected. That's absolutely terrifying. And in the story The Hook, that is actually about a man who stalks victims. So that is the vibe that I am getting from the dragon here. And I'm going to place my hand on this card and see what else Spirit wants to say. Okay, right away, I'm hearing that you have nothing to be afraid in terms of whoever this person is anymore. That I am hearing prison. For some of you, this person is in prison. For some of you, this person lives really far away. I'm also being shown that this person, whoever this is, for some of you, has actually made a change for the better in their life. They no longer have that obsessive nature or feel the need to stalk anymore. They have actually healed themselves in that sense. And it was because of a situation that they experienced that was kind of, that eye for an eye. I'm being drawn to the eye, an eye for an eye. I think they got a taste of their own medicine and they decided to change their life for the better. What else with this card, Spirit? I'm being drawn to the colors on the card. Some of you are actually doing a lot of inner work to forgive this person, is what I'm being shown. I see that a lot of you are sending love to the person that hurt you in the past. And Spirit wants you to know that that is working, that the unconditional love that you are sending, the forgiveness that you are having, it is raising your vibration and creating a very powerful shift in your reality. Love will always clear all those blocks. So any other messages from the dragon card here, Spirit? Thank you. I am hearing watch out for some of you. Watch out for what, Spirit? Yeah, it's just something to do with the eyes. Really allowing your eyes to see the truth about someone. I'm being shown that some of you have someone in your life right now who represents this type of energy, obsessive type of energy. They're emphasizing not so much watch out, but watch, look, open your eyes, pay attention to the energy around certain people. For some of you, you need to pay attention to the energy around someone in your life and their actions as well. Actions speak louder than words. But I am picking up on that a lot of you are very empathic and that you pick up on energies around you very, very strongly. So if you have a toxic type of energy in your life, don't ignore that energy, okay? Open your eyes to the energy is what Spirit is showing me. Pay attention to the energy and do what you have to do to get away from any unsafe situation if it is unsafe for you. Don't allow someone to continuously harm you or hurt you. Do what you have to do to get to safety, okay? So pay attention to the energy. The energy here will not lie. You pick up on energies very strongly. So use your eyes and feel into the energy because you have a very strong intuition. There's a lot of a golden intuition within you. Pay attention to that. And the last card here we have Tarantula. Okay, Spirit, what are the final messages you would like to tell pile number 1 from the Tarantula card? They're pointing out how the tarantula is one of the biggest spiders. So I feel like this epitomizes one of the biggest fears in your life right now that has been one of the most difficult things for you to overcome. What else, Spirit? Thank you. They're pointing out the web that a spider creates, and that once an insect or a bug gets caught in the web, it's very impossible to get out. And they want you to know that if you are in a situation right now where you feel trapped or stuck, that there is a way. Like they're showing me like a door opening with the light opening, like the light shining through, and that it's not impossible. Some of you actually have a friend in your life who can help you with this situation, is what I'm being shown. A friend that has got you through difficult situations with this person. What else, Spirit? Thank you. They're saying your only limit is you, and that you can free yourself anytime that you choose. That's a specific message for some of you, those of you who may feel trapped. What else, Spirit? Thank you. I don't know why, but I'm hearing duck. Like I'm being shown like a fight for some reason. A fight where someone goes to like swing, and but what they're doing is they're exerting a lot of energy to actually punch, and it gives enough time for the person to duck. So there's something about timing here. There's like a window of opportunity here to duck and get out of the way, to make an escape is what I'm seeing. What else, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, they're just saying to look forward to bigger and better things because happiness is your birthright. So that is all that is coming through pile number 1. If you enjoyed the reading, if it resonated for you, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. The story from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark that you chose is called High Beams. This story follows a young girl in high school who goes to a basketball game one night. After the game, she's driving home alone, and when she pulls out of the parking lot, she sees that a truck starts to follow her. And she gets a little freaked out because every time she makes a turn, the car makes a turn as well, and the truck behind her would periodically turn on its high beams and flash a light into her car. So she gets really freaked out, and by the time she gets home, she jumps out of the car, she runs to her dad, and she's like, "This guy's been following me, I'm scared, we gotta call the cops." So they call the cops come, and when they pull the guy out of the truck, he's like, "I'm not the one you want the guy in the back seat of her car." So what happened was there was a man who got into the back seat of the young girl's car. Another man saw it happen, didn't want her to be harmed, so followed her home. Anytime the guy would sit up in the back seat to attack the girl, the guy with the truck would shine his high beam lights, and the man in the back seat would crouch down because he didn't want to be seen. So when the cops open the back seat door, they see a man is in the back seat with a hatchet. So it's a pretty spooky tale. Let's see how your cards relate to that story. We have, I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. I surrender to a power greater than me. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Beaver, lamb, and wolf. Okay, so the first thing that I am hearing very loud and clear, pile number 2, is deception. I'm being shown someone who has lied to you in the past or is still lying to you in the present right now, because I'm being drawn to the wolf card here. And in the story High Beams, it was like the light that was shown into the car was revealing the deception of the man who was going to attack the girl. So I feel like there's a very powerful light being shined on a situation right now where you're seeing the truth through the lies. You're seeing the lies for what they are. And for some others of you, I feel like this is something that has happened in the past. It's something you have learned a great deal from, because we have, I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. So some of you are also in the process of forgiving the person who deceived you, who betrayed you. And the eye on the card represents your eyes opening to the truth of the situation, and also learning to have compassion for whoever it was that hurt you, knowing that if we hold on to that pain and we can't forgive, it actually hurts us more in the long run. That can manifest physically in the body as like chronic pain or inflammation in the body, and it's just not worth it to hold on to the pain of whatever someone did to us. Hurt people, and I feel like a lot of you are coming into that knowledge. Like, I'm being shown that some of you are actually even praying for the person who deceived you, who lied to you, because we have, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. So if you were wondering if your prayers and meditation practice have been working, they have been, okay? That emits a light frequency into the world that is unlike anything other. So I am being shown that there is something here that still needs to be let go of, because we have, I surrender to a power greater than me. I'm going to place my hand on this card and see what I can hear. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want to tell pile number 2 in terms of surrendering? What do they need to surrender? For some of you, this is about letting go of the fear that genuine, trustworthy people won't come into your life. Spirit is saying surrender those fears and worries, because I'm being shown that you have the awareness now of the people who have lied to you, and you want to attract trustworthy people into your life. Spirit is saying, first and foremost, trust yourself and surrender any fears and worries about genuine, authentic friendships, genuine, authentic relationships coming into your life. Because as you trust yourself, have faith, have that inner knowing, that is what will draw that love into your life, the trustworthy people, because you're having that trust for yourself. What else does pile number 2 need to surrender, Spirit? Thank you. Caring about what other people think. There's a fear here around what other people will think about something, some type of fear, some type of fear of being judged. What else, Spirit? Thank you. Like, I'm hearing close call. So like in the story, it was a very close call for the gal in the story, but because she was divinely guided and protected, her angels, her spirit guides in the story, they did not allow her to be harmed. So just how she was protected, how the right person showed up at the right time to see the man that got in the back seat of her car so she wouldn't be deceived. These are things that Spirit places in your path. Like, I feel like you've had a lot of lucky experiences in your life where something happened where it was a close call and you're wondering, like, okay, how did I survive that? Well, it's because you're very divinely guided and protected. Spirit wants you to remember all of those times where you had those close calls and everything ended up okay. They want you to know that everything is going to be okay. So let go of any fears or worries around situations where you feel like you're going to be deceived or lied to or harmed in any way. Surrender to a power greater than you. And I'm being drawn to the butterfly on the card. This is all part of your transformation into that beautiful butterfly, pile number 2. Then we have my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So, yeah, there's a need here to just have more faith and trust, that inner knowing that everything is going to be okay, that you are attracting the right people, loving, genuine relationships into your life at this time, and that you will always be provided for. Trust your path. Trust that you are supported no matter what. That is the main message from this story here. So we have the lamb and the beaver. What is going on with the lamb here, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, the lamb, the message with this card is a very psychic, prophetic type of energy. I feel like a lot of you have a very strong intuition, and you are able to sense when something is off about a situation, but also in the sense of that even when you didn't have that psychic knowing, that you were still being provided for and looked out for. And it's because you have a very genuine soul. Like, look how loving the lamb on this card looks. Like, you are a very loving person. You care about people. And because you are on this earth to help other people, you are divinely guided and protected in that sense, so that you can complete whatever mission it is you are here to do. So the universe truly has your back, pile number 2. What else do you want pile number 2 to know with this card? The lamb. Thank you. I am hearing slaughter, and I know that that is a very alarming word, but why are you pointing out the term slaughter, Spirit? Why? Back in the day, lambs would get taken to the slaughterhouse because today there are lambs that are, prepared for food. They are prepared for a meal. But they're just kind of pointing out like this fear of being, it's a metaphor for something bad happening. A fear of something bad happening, and they're saying that you're worrying for nothing. Like this fear of being taken to the slaughterhouse is not going to happen, is what they're saying. That you have nothing to worry about in terms of things like that. All of your bases are covered. What else, Spirit? Thank you. They're pointing out the wolf and the lamb together here. And it's interesting because when someone is being deceptive or lying, they can usually represent a wolf in sheep's clothing. And with the lamb psychic ability, I think you have a very good indication of when someone is lying to you. Like you have a very good BS detector. So for some of you, I am being shown that there is someone who is in your life right now, if you haven't already pinpointed who this person is, who's being deceptive in your life right now, who's not being honest about something. What's going on here with the wolf and the lamb card? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, this person takes advantage of vulnerability because the lamb is very vulnerable and the wolf will just attack. What else, Spirit? Thank you. They're pointing out in the story how the girl went to a basketball game. So there might be something here around basketball or watching a basketball game or playing basketball. There's a situation here that deals with basketball. Perhaps this person likes basketball. What else, Spirit? I'm also being shown a fish, something to do with like a fishing trip or going fishing. I don't know. There's something about some type of a story about having gone fishing, and I feel like that was not truthful. Somebody saying they went on a fishing trip, but that's not really where they went. What else, Spirit? Thank you. They're showing me like a walrus that has like those really big tusks, those like really big teeth that are very sharp. Why are you showing me that, Spirit? There's something here with teeth, because now they're pointing out the teeth of the beaver. What's the message with the beaver, Spirit? Thank you. They're pointing out how the beaver, it's not so much their teeth, the message for the beaver. They're pointing out how the beaver will use its backside to build its firm foundation. So what I'm getting from this is to have a strong backbone and not let other people walk all over you, especially if there's a situation from the past where someone did do that and you're learning to let these things go in the present moment right now. Continue to have that firm backbone that will cultivate more strength within you because you are already really, really strong. And speak your truth too. Like, I just had some congestion in my throat here, so speak your truth. I'm still wanting to know what the message is with the teeth. What is the message from the teeth of the walrus? They're showing me like biting remarks. Somebody who has a tendency to lash out or say something really hurtful, not realizing how impactful those words are. So if this represents someone in your life, don't take that abuse, is what I'm being shown. Don't let somebody throw those biting remarks at you. Don't put up with that. Any other messages, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, this is a time to just have a lot of faith. Pay attention to the energy of people in your life, knowing that you have been divinely guided and protected your entire life. You are still in this present moment right now. And continue to do the shadow work that you are doing. Continue to forgive those who need forgiveness. First and foremost, forgive yourself, trust yourself, and set healthy boundaries. Don't let people speak negatively to you. Don't put up with that. Hone in of your psychic abilities. And I'm also hearing that vulnerability, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, it is not a weakness, it is a strength. So anytime anyone put down your sensitive nature, your vulnerability, you actually were the strong one in that situation by allowing yourself to be vulnerable, pile number 2. So the universe has your back. Nothing to worry about here. Your prayers and meditation practice are working. Just continue to let go of everything that no longer serves you. Thank you, pile number 2. Those are your messages. If your reading resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Hey, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. The story that you chose from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is The Babysitter. So let's take a moment to appreciate the artwork from this story. I just absolutely love the artwork. That's pretty creepy right there. So with this story, follows a babysitter who is babysitting 4 children while the parents are out, and they're watching TV, and they get a phone call. And when the babysitter answers the phone, a man just starts to laugh hysterically and says, "Not too much longer, I'll be there in an hour." And then he just hangs up. And the babysitter's like, okay. So she goes back to watching TV. A few minutes later, the phone rings again. It's the same man laughing hysterically, saying that he'll be there within like half an hour. This goes on throughout the hour for quite some time, throughout that hour. And the babysitter gets fed up. She calls the operator and asks them to trace the call. And the operator calls back and says, "You guys need to get out of the house, call the police, because the call is coming from the upstairs bedroom." So the babysitter freaks out, gathers up the children, goes to leave. Right as they're about to walk out the door upstairs opens. There's a man at the top of the steps, and he is smiling very strangely. They flee the house, and the cops show up, and they find the man, and they arrest him. But they had no idea he was in the house the whole time. So let's see what your cards have to say in relation to this story. Oneness is my true nature. The universe has my back. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. Dolphin. Bear. And raccoon. Okay, pile number 3. So what Spirit is showing me first and foremost is how protective of a person you are. Like they're drawing me to the bear card here. And it's that protective energy that the babysitter had in this story. Just making sure that all the kids were safe, getting them out of the house once she learned what was going on. Like, I see that you were very protective of not only children, but also everybody, you know, that is close to you. You just have, and even people that you're not close to, you have a genuine love for humanity and you want to protect people. You have this very strong protective energy about you. And while you love to protect people, you are also very protected. The universe has your back. So, like, any situation that may have happened to you that may have been similar to this story, where, like, I'm being shown, like, weird phone calls. I feel like some of you have gotten, like, strange phone calls from people. And sometimes I'm being shown that sometimes they were just, like, prank calls, but sometimes they were, like, genuinely scary, just like they were in this story. And you just have this very strong energy of protection, not only of you protecting other people, but you being protected yourself. That this strong intuition has always led you to the truth about situations, gotten you out of sticky situations, and has just helped you become a strong person overall because you are strong. What else with this bear card, Spirit? Thank you. I'm hearing compromise. And I'm being shown two different things. There's one situation here where there was a situation that you were in where you felt like you were compromised or the situation was compromised. And also, I'm being shown another dynamic for some of you where you were very compromising about the situation, whatever happened. In a lot of different situations in your life is what I'm being shown. What else with this bear card, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, they're showing me that you will fight for the ones you love. And that's exactly what a bear does for her children. I feel you're very protective of your children if you have children. You're very protective of your family, of your friends. You're just so, so loyal. And when it comes to your family, if they mess with them, they mess with you. So, yeah, very strong protective energy here. And you have a very, see how the light is shining above the bear on the card here? You have a very strong light, a very strong presence about you. People are drawn to that protective energy about you. And I feel like if you actually did babysit children when you were younger, that's why you were so successful at it. I feel like a lot of people, they trusted you because they knew that their children were in good hands with you. We have oneness is my true nature. I'm going to place my hand on this card. What is the message with this card, Spirit? Thank you. I'm being shown you're a very forgiving person too. To those who have wronged you. Because the energy of oneness is my true nature. That's a higher understanding that we are connected to everyone and everything in the world. The trees, the grass, animals, other humans, we are all connected. And when we realize that, that's understanding that we are one and that oneness is our true nature. So Spirit has shown me that this is an awareness that you are coming into right now. You're understanding how we are all connected and how we are truly one. What else, Spirit? Thank you. They're showing me like a spiral. They're showing me a spiral. Thank you, Spirit. What does the spiral have to do with oneness? They're showing me the cycle of life. How, while we all have different experiences, that everything has connected us all together. And that these cycles in life, the ones that you have experienced, have actually served you in understanding this easier, if that makes sense. So if you're having a spiritual awakening and you've just come into the knowledge that we are all connected, I feel like once you learned this, there was something within you that it was almost, it's like this energy of, well, I already knew that, because that's why you've had this protective energy on a soul level. We all know that we're all connected, but not everybody has that same reaction when they learn about that. And I feel like once you learn that, you're like, well, I already knew that, like it's like almost like this duh energy, like you're like, I already knew that. You have a strong love for humanity. So understanding that we are all one, that is something that has always deeply resonated with you, is what I am feeling. And that's where your protective energy comes from. Like, I feel like you are very protective of all living things. Then we have, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. I'm going to place my hand on this card. What is the message with this card, Spirit? Or what other messages do you have with this card? They're saying that this card goes along with the raccoon card. So see how the raccoon is in a sense, kind of hiding in the shadows here. They're showing me that there is something about yourself that is still, in a sense, in the shadows. Thank you, Spirit. What is this? What is the message with the raccoon? What will guide pile number 3 back to the light? What's the message you have in that sense? Speaking the truth about something. They said, like, they just keep saying truth, truth, truth. Being honest about something. And I do feel that this is very sensitive in nature, and Spirit is not showing me what this truth is, but they're saying that you know what this is, and that by being honest about the situation, whatever it is, will clear any blocks that you have. They're saying this is the time to step out of the shadows, be who you really are, speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Yeah, they're pointing out the name of the story, The Babysitter. They're not showing me what happened, so no worries there. But I do feel like some of you have some very painful stories that have revolved around the issue of babysitting. Perhaps this was something while you were being babysat for, or something that happened while you were babysitting, similar to the story. Because they're saying that by speaking your truth, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, accepting the love of the universe as your primary teacher, you will always be guided back to the light. So there's some type of trauma here. How can Okay, I see. Okay, so this does not mean that you have to share this story to the world if that's not something that you are ready for at this time. But what they're saying is you need to be truthful with yourself about what really happened. Some situation in the past, for a lot of you, this had to do with a babysitting situation. And they're showing me how there has been some denial about what happened, and they're saying to be honest with yourself about the situation, because that is what will free you. You'll be guided into the light the more truthful you are about what happened, not denying what happened. Because oftentimes in difficult situations, like I said, I don't know what happened, but I am hearing shame, I am hearing trauma, and sometimes when people do harmful things to other people, they shame them into silence. And that shame, it's important to honor the shame, because if it stays in the body, it actually manifests as physical pain in the form of inflammation and Also, guilt can, guilt and shame can affect the lungs too. And it's just important to allow ourselves to feel that shame, to let it go, to get it out of the body, because if we hold on to it, it hurts us more in the long run. So if there's any shame here, honor your shame. And they're saying, no, this is, and by honoring your shame, you're not condoning what the other person did. You're letting go of the pain because you don't deserve to feel that emotion. And they're saying it's not your fault. For some of you, you need to hear that it's not your fault. But yeah, the main message here with the raccoon and this card is truth. To be honest with yourself about what really happened and honor shame, honor your feelings, and if need be, to also, if this is something very difficult that happened, which I am picking up on for some of you, it's not a weakness to speak to someone about these things so you can get it out, to let it go, to not let it keep festering inside of you, okay? It's actually a strength to honor your truth, to honor your shame, to allow yourself to feel it, and to release it once and for all. Because if it stays in the body, it manifests as physical pain, and it is not worth it. It is not worth it, okay? So, love will always cast out all that fear. Next, we have, I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. Okay, so there's some big dreams here. There's some big, big dreams here. And what I'm feeling very strongly is that there has been some resentment created because you have this very protective, giving energy. I feel like you have given and given and given because of that love that you have. Like, you're so giving, you're so loving, and sometimes that caused you to put yourself on the back burner, pile number 3. But Spirit is saying now it's time to put yourself first and be unapologetic about what it is that you want. It's time to go after your dreams. Now, that does not mean to stop being that protective, giving person that you are. I don't see that happening. I see that that's who you are, and you're going to continue to be who you are. But it's also time to put yourself into the equation and to be unapologetic about what it is that you want. This is your life. Take your power back. It's time to take your power back, because I am seeing whatever happened in the past, this person who hurt you, there was a certain level of power that was given to them, and part of your soul still remains. I'm seeing that a part of your soul still remains with this person. There are powerful soul retrieval meditations you can do to call your power back. Say, I lovingly call all of my power back to me. And if you do one of those soul retrieval meditations, what it will do is you will call your power back from any person who was dishonest and manipulative, and any type of trauma that took place. You will call your soul fragments back to you so that you can have your power back and stand firm in your power. So you're so protective of other people. It's also important to protect yourself. Protect yourself, protect your energy. Call your energy back. Call your power back. It is time to rise up, because you are a force to be reckoned with. You are very, very strong, but there is a need to get that energy back to where it really belongs. It belongs with you, okay? So call that power back. The final card here we have is the Dolphin card. So Spirit, what do you want to tell pile number 3 with the Dolphin card? Dolphins here are very symbolic to you, pile number 3. If you're seeing dolphins in your reality right now, it's a reflection of some type of joy sparked within you. Because see how colorful the card is? See how happy the dolphin is? The dolphin is a representation of joy in your life. And I feel like when you see a dolphin, it very well could spark something within some of you. You very well could have had a past life as a dolphin. I actually have had a past life as a dolphin. I went to SeaWorld at the end of June, and when I saw the dolphins for the first time, I actually cried. And my spirit guides let me know that, sure enough, I was a dolphin in a past life. So you too may very well have had a past life as a dolphin. What else with the dolphin card here? It's a very colorful card, just very joyful, very happy energy. They're saying you will get through this. Any dark situation from the past, any situation that might be difficult right now, you will get through this. Like they're showing me how a dolphin swims in the water, like just it keeps going past. They're saying you will get past this. You will get past this. What else, Spirit? Thank you. They're saying love yourself as much as you love others. What else, Spirit? Thank you. I'm being shown some of you are actually artists, painters, drawers, and some of you actually may have drawn dolphins, and they're phenomenal. Some of you may do artwork in regards to dolphins. And I'm hearing keep going with that. What else, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, they're saying you're going to come out on top, and they're showing me how a dolphin will shoot up out of the water. They're saying you're going to come out on top. You're going to do this inner healing. You're going to let go of everything that does not serve you. And even some of you also who have experienced something traumatic in the past, you will help a lot of others with your story. You will show other people how certain people who are manipulative, shame people into silence in certain ways. And the way that you go about it, it will be very unique, it will be very impactful, and you will help a lot of people. And it will teach people to speak up when they need to, because when we speak up about things that other people have done, when they're doing things they should not be doing, it actually shuts that situation down. So speaking up is so, so powerful. So the main message here is truth. Love yourself just as much as you love other people. Remember, we are all one, because you already know that. You're very divinely guided and protected. You will always be guided back to the light through love. Speak your truth. Be unapologetic about what it is you desire. You're going to come out on top, pile number 3. So, congratulations. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.